What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name is Greg Wave. I'm going to talk to you guys today about the 10 absolute worst vehicles for Uber and Lyft driving. I see some cars out there with Uber and Lyft stickers that I'm like, what are you thinking? And that was why I wanted to make this video, because like lately I've been seeing this freaking really big pickup truck with Uber and Lyft stickers. And I want to like flag the guy down at some point and be like, dude, like, do you make good money from this, or are you just getting destroyed on gas? So, yeah, anyways, let's jump right into the video. But hey, before we get going, I want to tell you guys about GetUpside. GetUpside is a really sick app for just saving a lot of money on your gas. You get 25 cents off per gallon the very first time you use it. And then they have a referral program where every time you refer people, you get like a cent off per gallon, which as that builds is a lot. You know, you think if you can get 10 people on, 10 cents off per gallon, I mean, that with Uber and Lyft fuel rewards is good savings. So you guys really want to look into that. I left a link in the description. But like I said, let's dive right into this video. So number one is really any kind of truck. I just can't, I can't fathom why anybody would drive a truck for Uber and Lyft. So if you do, and maybe I'm not seeing something, like, let me know in the comments, like how it's worked for you, or why maybe it's like a tip magnet, you know? I know a lot of trucks do have a pretty nice, you know, luxury look on as far as like interior, and obviously it's probably an incredibly comfortable ride. And they probably do feel really safe. So those are all things I could see as pluses, but like, just from the side of the driver, the average truck is getting anywhere from 9 to 25 miles per gallon. Like even the highest MPG at 25 isn't really that great. The other thing too is like, it's not even like you can qualify for XL. I mean, I think the most seats you'll get in a pickup are what, 6 seats? I mean, unless there's a model that does 7, but so you can't even get XL rides on it, but you're like driving a hog that uses more gas than an XL vehicle. So yeah, trucks are my number one. I really want to know what some people are thinking on that. Number two is Hummers. You're talking 9 to 20 miles per gallon. And here's the main thing with Hummers. I mean, like driving those things, kind of same with trucks. Like you do so much tight driving, city driving. Like I'm in so many scenarios where I'm like weaving in and out of cars. Like I don't want to do things like that with trucks or Hummers. Like the one plus I would see is that when you drive a big vehicle like that, I mean, I think in general people just kind of get out of your way. I don't really do that. Like if a truck's behind me, like riding my tail, I mean, I don't care. I'm like, all right, get out and fight me, dude. You know, I'm kidding. But like, people get intimidated by bigger vehicles, so maybe they give you a little more respect on the road. But for me personally, I'll take the like 30 plus miles per gallon that my Nissan Sentra offers. So yeah, Hummers are next on the list. Like I said, average of 9 to 20 miles per gallon. Now, somebody correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I believe this is also only a 6-seater. Now, if you can get XL on Hummers, that does change things up a little bit, because you can make some more money. And maybe if you only drove it on the weekends during prime time for, you know, doing those big crowds, like maybe it's a great side income. Still not really seeing it though, because the way I'm looking at it as there's hybrid SUVs that qualify for XL. Alrighty. The next one is, you know, Jeep Wranglers. Again, just not good gas mileage. I mean, really the best you're getting on one of those is like 22 MPG. And it's kind of coming from the same train of thinking. I mean, what I'm always thinking as far as a good car is gas mileage and comfortability. Now, most of these I'm sure offer comfortability, but gas mileage is insanely important. Because here's the reality, like, out of all the rides you give in a day, a good majority of those people are not going to be people who are prone to tipping. So whether you pick them up in a Hummer or an SUV or a Prius, like, and whether they loved your Prius and loved the Hummer, there's still a good chance they're not tipping. So I wouldn't bank on getting a nicer, expensive car like that, you know, hoping that people like it more and tip you more, you know? it just doesn't make sense. Like it just really doesn't make sense to me at all. So that's kind of my thought process with like the Jeep Hummer truck thing. And the other thing too, those are all, like I was saying, very expensive vehicles. So like if you're doing any type of full-time driving, you're destroying a really expensive car in a few years. Really expensive vehicle, I mean. And I mean, I don't even know the pricing of Hummers, but I know trucks and Wranglers are crazy expensive, and I imagine Hummers are very similar. So like that's going to be really dicey for like anything more than like 5 to 10 hours of ride sharing a week with Uber and Lyft. Alrighty, but next up on the list is the Dodge Charger. This is, you know, a sedan technically. It's a 4-door vehicle and it's pretty spacious, and that's great. But you're talking 19 miles per gallon city. Some models I did see get 30 miles per gallon on the highway. But the thing is like I don't know, when I really think about it, like there's not as much driving I do on the highways. You know, I would say it's either 50-50 highway to city, or I would say on most days it's probably more city driving than highway driving. And that's the worst miles for your car, for one. But for two, like if most of your miles you're getting 19 per gallon, that's not good. Like that's gonna kill you. That's gonna really hurt you. So Dodge Charger, again, it's not a car you would want for ride sharing. I mean, you got to think sleek, you got to think affordable, you got to think good gas mileage, but you got to think comfy as well. I think the only thing the Charger would fit is maybe comfy. I don't know. I've only ridden in like, you know, probably a 2010. I don't think I've been in a newer model Charger in quite some time. Let's see. Okay. The next up is the Mercedes-Benz GL 63, 13 to 17 miles per gallon. I mean, I hope I really don't have to say more about that. Luxury car, so maybe, I mean, again, it's coming back to the principle of you can't like hope you're going to get tipped just because you have a nice vehicle. You know, it has way more to do with who you are, and I would say probably the safety. The safer you drive, the better. So 13 to 17 miles per gallon, not even going to elaborate. 6, 7, and 8, I'm going to kind of mash up all into one, and it's the Dodge Journey, the VW Atlas, and the Grand Cherokee. And the reason being is that they're all in like the 13 to 18 miles per gallon range. You know, and I believe 1 or 2 of those does have models that are over 6 seats. So like hypothetically, there's a model that is going to get you Uber XL, but like the trade-off with that is the car is going to be a lot more expensive if you're getting it so that it qualifies for XL. The only scenario where I'm driving any of these cars that I've listed is if it's a car I've already owned for a different reason and it's like 5 hours a week. But I'm serious, if you own any of these vehicles, I wouldn't put more than 5 hours a week on it, because the wear and tear for how expensive of a car it is not worth it. I mean, especially if you're driving around that Benz, like, God. And the last one is the G550 Benz, 11 miles per gallon. Holy cow. I mean, not the last one, but the second to last one. 11 miles per gallon. I mean, that's not it. So, like, guys, just to reiterate, I mean, with your vehicles, like, comfortability, fuel efficiency are like the 2 main things you should look for, but honestly, fuel efficiency first and then comfortability. 2 cars that are really good that I think fit both those things really, really well is the Accord and the Camry. Okay, so like just as a reference, those are the 2 cars that I would say are like really, really good to be driving. Like probably 2 of the best Uber cars, Uber and Lyft cars. Alrighty, now number 10. Do any of you have a guess on number 10? Number 10 is the M1 Abrams, coming in at a whopping 0.6 miles per gallon. Fully loaded, machine guns. It's a hog, baby. Benefit of this is, you know, it really only seats 3 people, and that's 1 person outside of the tank. No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you guys. I really don't know anything about this tank. I just wanted to throw y'all for a loop. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is my list of the 10 worst cars for Uber driving. I really am doing it more as like a categories, was probably more accurate, because it was like trucks, Hummers, Jeeps, SUVs, and then there's not too many compact cars. I will say this real quick. Generally, most town cars aren't good. Your Lincolns, your Buicks, they're like not quite a Benz or an Audi or anything, but they're still like decently luxurious. Those cars usually get bad gas mileage as well. Just think gas efficiency first, comfortability second, and you will make a sound decision on a car you buy or which car you already own to maybe drive. So yeah, I think that's it. Be sure to check out GetUpside. I've left descriptions. Is that even what I plugged? I don't even know. Link in the description regardless. I hope you guys enjoy your week, and I will talk to you all super, super soon.